Hello, absolutely nobody. So I have made I made another mini game. I don't know how to really make. I don't really know how to make an intro here. Let me turn off. Whoops, says the wrong thing. Let me turn off hitboxes so this looks better. Oh my gosh. There, much better. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, so I've made a new thing using the sulfur cube. That is not how you spell sulfur. Sulfur cube. Pretty obvious what it would be. Well, I mean, actually, it could just not be obvious. I saw a few people making things like this, but I was inspired. I wanted to make it too. This is not a tutorial. I made the entire thing randomly, and then I completely yeah. Then now it works. Um, I don't know why I didn't record it. I just didn't feel like it. So this is my new mini game. It's Cube Q. I just wrote it down because I thought of it. It's a billiards themed game. It's literally just a billiards table that I built, and it's got the little pockets and everything, for the billiards balls to go in. And here, let me just do that. Excuse me. Okay, much better. Anyways, so I tried to keep it pretty realistic. There's obviously ice in there, and this is just a simple little, I don't know what these things are called, the little holes in the table, just to push them into the chute. Oh, I forgot to change my attribute, because right now I'm half a block so that I could do redstone. But this entire build is completely redstone. Excluding this, that's why I have them separated for commands. Usually I do only command stuff, but I just wanted to see if I could only do redstone. It's pretty empty, but these are each of the chutes to redirect. It's all the redstone just to bring it in. And over here I have, I got what blocks I used for the things. This is the little light ball, and then this is just this sulfur cube variants, and apparently I forgot to put invisibility potions in there, but there are invisibility potions because this thing is completely automated. Completely. Anyway, so I have these cues. I already have them in my inventory. I just didn't want to deal with it. You might be like, why do I have them in item frames and in a barrel and in my inventory? I have them in my inventory because I'm about to play it, but the actual reason I have them in both a barrel and an item frame is because if I use slash kill like Addy whatever, then I will end up destroying the item frames, and then I have to remake the items, or I have to remake the items completely. The cues. The light cue is just a normal gold one. Then you got the heavy cue. It's just a harder cue. I didn't know the proper names. Now I just got a lopper cue. It's just the absolute strongest you can get with one of these. So you're gonna witness the most amazing thing ever. Hold on, let me just show you the redstone. It's not really hard at all. I should probably give myself night vision. Alright, I gave myself night vision. It's just a simple thing. Goes down here, uses a copper bulb. It detects a change in this with an observer, goes straight in, and whoops. Then it just activates all the dispensers in a sequence. Not so that there's much detail, though. It does give it that little extra cool thing. It just gives a little extra thing. And in case any of you are wondering, I did not use any um, mods while making this. I had to hand sculpt this entire thing. I had to learn how to use the freaking clone tool because I did not want to build each of these intricate little hole things. The little I don't know what they're called. I'll probably I have no idea. I have no idea, but I had to intricately do that. And then I realized there is no center point for this build. It was originally 48 blocks, now it's 49. So I had to cut the entire thing in half, clone it over here. That's why it's so far away from my other thing. It was originally over here, but I didn't want to accidentally destroy it. I'm not going to move the whole thing back, but yeah. Anyways, let's get to actually playing it. What am I doing? Um, okay, so I reset it. I reset my scale, so now we can press the amazing button that shall activate everything. And as I showed you earlier, there are invisibility potions so that it instantly goes invisible. I think the lowest that these or the fastest time that these dudes will go and become not invisible again is around like I don't know, maybe a minute or two because they don't hit the precisest. So, I mean, they still, get all of them. It gets their job done, and yeah, that's good. I made them a little too spread out so that I could have all enough room for everything, and so that they weren't colliding whenever I spawned them in. Because I did have a bit of an issue. I put them too close one time and completely messed up. So you're not gonna get the cleanest breaks, but it is something. So you can just try to play like this. Oh my gosh, it is. Yeah, it's a really strong cue. That's that's why we got that. So you can see it's not the cleanest. If you did want to make something like this, I would recommend putting them closer together. So if you already see, there's a bit of a small issue if you try to play this. It's more for fun than anything. You put all your impact into the freaking the white billiards ball, and I don't know what they're actually called, and not into the actual other ones. It doesn't really collide into them. It just it moves them with their collision basically. So it would be better if you made something like golf with this, which I actually might make because I've been thinking about making a bit of golf since I was making this and I was like, hey, maybe golf might be nice. Can I at least get one score? Jeez Louise. But yeah, it gets a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult because it's just so hard to make it actually do anything. I'd probably have to do something with commands, but this is completely redstone as you saw. The only issue was just making it, yeah. The actual detailing of everything took so long, and then me just making everything so it was easier. Redstone was probably the shortest thing. That took like the shortest amount of time. Come on, you just gotta hit it. It's so difficult to actually get it to launch. I don't know how I got that one to launch though. So if you see somebody making billiards and they easily get scores with like a sulfur cube, they're lying. There's no way. I don't know how they managed to do this. It is way too difficult. It should be a lot less difficult. See, it barely moved it. It barely moved it. But I tried to give them the right color scheme and everything. And I'll go better in detail on how it works. Oh my gosh, come on. You can accidentally hit it into the freaking stratosphere. By the way, I have hit it into the stratosphere just occasionally. Just launch it completely out of orbit. And this also happens so often. This gives you a good example. And now it goes straight into the chute. The little string thing. You know what? We're gonna bend the rules. You can just hit the balls in. There's no way you can naturally do this. I am the I am the thing. Oh yeah, you see these ones they just got unwhatevered. They lost their invisibility. It doesn't really matter. Like I really don't think it matters if you lose if you don't have your invisibility. It's more just so it looks more like billiards balls, but billiard balls, you get the point. But they still come on, get in there. They still look like the things. Like they still got the overall color and everything. Come on. Get in there. Jeez, this one just struggles so much. All of you. Okay, you know what? Also, it really doesn't like it if you do this. Like if you were to charge into them with this at like high speeds, they really start bouncing a lot. Completely attack everything. Go! Go, my pretties! So, as you can see, I don't think any of them have escaped from their things. I'll just show you in a moment. Come on, all of you, get in there. Get in there! Go! Go. That's what I thought. Like this would this would definitely be a longer game because of how hard it is to actually get these things in there, unless you're just straight up hunting them yourself. Like this is pretty difficult for sure. Yeah, who knows? Maybe you just ram into them. That'd be easier. like you just physically ram into them with your body. Who knows? Maybe replacing it with a heavier block would work, like using a really heavy block for whoops, using a really heavy block for the white ball so that it has a bit more weight to it. I have no idea. Maybe it'd change. Come on, Pete. Come on. You freaking sulfur cube. Get in there. Get in. Okay, there you go. I just realized that this one is in here still. Get in there. Oh my gosh, get in there. Yeah. It would be a bit easier if they were actually properly sized. I'd have to move up their scale, but they aren't. So as you can see, apparently a lot of them are in here, but they didn't. None of these are escaped. None of these have escaped. I mean, all of them are in their little chutes that I end up hitting them into. So yeah, you got all the chutes. They work. You just have to go hand collect them. I'm not gonna go and worry you about that, but it works. And there's more things. Since I use dispensers, it has more whatever's just 9. I have the things below there, so I don't have to worry about like, oh my gosh, this runs out. Which one will I put in there? I have it below there too. So it's really simple. It's just definitely would have been a lot easier if I actually put it to the proper size, like the sulfur cubes. So if you did want to do this, this is how it would be if you did all redstone, but I'm sure it'd be easier if you used freaking uh like commands, because slash summon sulfur cube, and here, let me just, you can be moss and slash attribute this thing with, all right, yeah, they have a bunch of new stuff like bounciness and everything. They added, and friction. They added a bunch of new things, but we're gonna go for scale and just base, and then set that to what's is it already at 1? It is already at 1, so then 2, and that's more of an accurate size for this. And partially, I mean, I can do that since I have them all whatever. Let's set that to 3 even. Since I have it so spaced out, I technically can do that. You can see that this would most likely make it a lot easier, because you can just you can hit them. The only issue is that these corners are pretty small, so you can't really hit it in, which is why I'd recommend just doing 2, because then you can hit it in. Just go and crush all of them. Anyways, yeah, you get the point. Pretty easy. I keep on pressing that because it does have the item frame one, because I didn't want to deal with it. So here's just an example. Here's all of them magically summoned back in. There is a bit of an issue. They do occasionally have the issue of summoning in the buckets instead. So something I'd recommend doing is to put like maybe a key down here to suck out every single one of the buckets whenever they appear. It just, you might have a bit more of an issue trying to properly spawn them in with dispensers, but that's what I find to be easiest. You can always fix this by just manually fixing it each time, just we're taking out all the buckets or whatever. But that all works, so I think everything works personally. Here, I'll be right back, and I'm gonna set them all to scale attribute 2, so that this might be a bit easier for me. So, yeah, yeah. Alright, so I just attributed them all to scale 2, and I'm not gonna lie, that looks a lot better. I think that the the triangle actually looks better, and I think everything properly fits the size now, I should say. I'm not gonna lie, all I did was just spam this command so that it would attribute all of them instead of individually typing them out. I did that for a little bit, and then I realized, why don't I just do this? So let's play, guys. Let's play. Let's just go for a little heavy hit. Can it break? It can kind of break. Oh no, do not freaking go in there. How dare you? Go! This plays better, I'm not gonna lie, because it actually puts more, it feels like it puts more force into there. Like, it feels like it's actually hitting them. Let's see, I can prove it if I can actually hit a freaking, if I can actually get a ball to go in. That will prove that I actually have made it better. Come on, get in there. I better not have to just launch it. No, okay. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh, I just realized how close this one is. Here, punt it over there. So I can kind of get this one in there. Go, 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 go. Ah. Dang it. Alright, now you just launch over there. Oh man. Okay, this is not the best gameplay, I'm not gonna lie, but it is. I'm just trying to go for a shot. Go! Get in there! Get in there! No! No, no, no. No. No, you're kidding me. You're kidding. Arr, you be kidding me, youngster. Arr. Get in there, come on. Come on, you know you want to go in there. You know you want to go in there. No! No! Go! Yeah, that's what I mean. It's gonna be a bit harder with the, higher scales, because this guy would have gone in. Get in there! Get in there! No! Freaking... Hold on. Scale base set 1.5, so it's easier. So, tick unfreeze. I'm not gonna lie, I think, I'm not gonna lie, I do think that, scale attribute 2 looks, no, maybe not, because, you see, that's the little groove, the little lip in the table, they aren't supposed to be as freaking tall as that, you know, so, maybe it is better. Well, I actually have no idea, I haven't played billiards in freaking forever, so, why would I know? Oh, get in there, you darned cube! You freaking cube, get in there! Stupid cube. That's what they should rename these things to. No! Impossible! Get over there! Come on. So yeah, maybe if you do, I'd recommend doing it with commands, probably. If you're gonna actually make a freaking thing. Like, if you're gonna try and make a more playable version, just use commands. The most you might want to use not commands for is the spawning in them, because if you use buckets, you can actually spawn in one that has the right. Oh, I got the wrong in. I got the wrong in. I got the wrong one in. Bucket. I want to see if it keeps all of its attributes actually. So this is nice. It only says that it's large. It doesn't say it's large. No, it becomes small and it loses its potion effect. Hold on, this is... There you go, it's like nothing ever happened. It's like nothing ever happened, guys, trust me. Go, go, my boy. Get in there. It's so close, please. Please. I beg of you. No, no, get in there. Freaking thing. I'm cheating, I don't care. Get in there. Get in there. No. Am I bad at this or just what? I must just be terrible at this. Oh my gosh. Get in there. No. Go. Get in there, you freaking cube. You freaking cube. Get in there. Get in there. Well, I'm gonna at least say that the getting them to scale 1.5 makes it easier for them to actually go into the thing, and I would say scale 2 makes it easier for it to be able to transfer any freaking you know, actual force into the other balls that are cubes, I guess, because they're all cubes. So I'm gonna say that the basis of it does work, but if you wanted to do all redstone, maybe just make it a little bit smaller. Because I'm gonna say that I definitely prefer it to be level 2, it's level 2, scale 2, or scale 1.5. Probably I'm gonna go with that middle ground, say with scale 1.75 is the best. So, in fact, I'm probably just gonna set up a bunch of command blocks way up high so that whenever I do press the redstone thing to summon them all in, it's just going to immediately the nearest entity is going to be that one. Like, if it's super far up, all the way up there, the nearest entity would just be that one and not like something else nearby. And that should instantly be able to make all of them super large. I don't know, just make them bigger so it's easier to play. So, um, yeah. I mean, now I can get some pretty killer screenshots. Am I right? I got a whole Minecraft billiards table. I mean, if I want to use some cool screenshots, I just have this now. You can't tell me this isn't cool. At least it might not be the most functional, but it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I did make it, so who knows? This might just be self glazed, but I think it's actually a pretty cool thing I made. And if you're wondering why they haven't actually gotten out of invisibility yet, besides that one that I freaking, oh my gosh, get in there! Besides the one that I put in the bucket, that's because I splashed them all. Oh, well, speak of the devil, I shouldn't have said anything, I guess. I splashed them all with invisibility potions 8 again because they all ran out by the time I was freaking done because I kind of took forever. So I just splashed them immediately, or like on top of them too. So it definitely hit them. Most because if you don't know, in the nearest like poison, I use a poison. The newest one, not the newest. They recently made it so that changes the effect, the duration of the effect, and maybe the strength. I think it's only duration though, depending on how far away from you from the actual splash you are, which is why people constantly like try to do this so that you get the full effect. I honestly do not know what the difference would even be. But how does this... Okay, I was wondering what poison or fire damage might do to these guys. They just tank it, apparently. Or, well, not tank it. They still take the damage, just... Clearly, they don't get as much. I don't know. Maybe it's just because they're higherly scaled. But... Epic! Now I can... I don't know. That's a thing. If you want a tutorial on how to make... really like a mini game out of these, I'll probably make golf next. So if anybody wants a tutorial on that, I'll just record while I'm making it instead of completely not doing that for some reason. At some point I was like, why am I not recording this? But I was already halfway through done with it, so I was like, at this point it's really weird to just immediately jump in on recording it. So anyways, that's an epic sulfur cube minigame now, and I'd say it looks pretty realistic. I tried to keep it highly realistic, not that realistic. I tried to keep it off of the images because these weird stands are actually what they showed in the image with a little blip here. This is custom made though. I did put a little light here, so if I remove my night vision, I think I have night vision. 255. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, just remove it. There you go. Yeah, there's a little bit of a dim glow from everything, but the only issue is that there's also dim glows from all these dispensers and stuff. If I did manage to get rid of that, that would be nice. And it would only be glowing from these. That'd be cool. I think all I have to do for that, literally, though, is... Jeez Louise, I'm stupid. I think all I'd really have to do for that, though, is just completely remove the giant wall of shroom lights I put in here so that mobs wouldn't spawn in here. Just like the chunk that's around here. That's how I'd make it do that. Anyways, cause yeah, that's Cube Q. Wow. I'm the coolest Minecraft creator ever. Wow. Yeah.